Hey guys, Tyler Uber Guy here. Just wanted to touch base with you, create a video here of 5 things that are important to remember when you're Ubering. This is for either people that are becoming Uber drivers or people that are looking to do Ubering. So let's get into it. The first one is make sure your vehicle is clean. That is a vacuum and all trash removed before any runs even start. I personally take my vehicle before any shift and I spend about 15-20 minutes just making sure everything's cleaned out. I pull all the seats forward, I pull all the trash out from underneath or anything that might have been tucked in by another customer. I make sure that everything's clean. This also gives you a chance here if somebody had left something. It's not a bad habit to do it in between each ride. That's just in case, like I said, somebody leaves something, they leave a bag or something, and maybe you don't notice it sitting in the driver's seat, but it was tucked on the other side of the car. So it doesn't hurt to just scan the car real quick if, once every customer gets out. That is number 1. So number 2 is going to be don't argue with your customer. That's kind of a no-brainer, but don't argue with your customer because it's just not worth it. It's going to get some sort of report sent up on you. It's going to get you no tips. You're probably going to end up losing the fare, and you have the potential of being deactivated. So if you want to make money and actually get a lucrative amount from this source, then just keep doing what you're doing. If you disagree with something with a customer, then go home, get done, whatever. Get done with that customer, and you can talk about how you disagree with that customer with a loved one or something. Me personally, if I have any sort of disagreement or anguish or anything like that, then I talk to my wife. I call my wife right after a run, and I'll talk to her and just explain, hey, listen, this just happened, kind of irritated me, blah, 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 and then it's done. My wife puts up with a lot. So, number 3 is going to be don't discriminate against your customer. That's also a no-brainer. Don't discriminate against your customer, whether it's sexual orientation, their religion, race, whatever it may be. If they, get in and they make any sort of indication or they say, they seem it or anything like that, which I guess that should be a whole nother one. There's a bonus fact for you. Don't profile your customers. But if they're in the vehicle, just don't discriminate. It's not worth it. That one will get you it will get you disqualified from Ubering. They will cancel your account, and it's just not worth it in the long run. Like I said, you will never be able to Uber again, and it's just not worth the headache. If you want to make a little bit of extra money in between doing your own 9-to-5 job, Uber is definitely where it's at. You're going to make a lot of money from it, at least enough to be able to daily pay your bills if you're behind. It's great. So that's number 3 and number 6, I guess. Number 4 is going to be don't be on your phone. So you see, I've got my hands, I'm not touching the phone. I've heard too many drivers, and I see it happen way too many times here in Florida. People are constantly on their phones, in their hands. It drives me crazy. Where I'm from, I'm from Vermont. That's not a thing. You'll get in trouble for that. You'll actually get a huge ticket for that. And I understand that it's illegal down here, but people still do it. It's not as strict as it would be where I'm from. So that's another thing there. Don't be on your phone. I've had too many customers complain about other drivers that are doing it. It's, again, not worth it. It's a safety violation in the state of Florida. It's safety all around is an issue. So just don't do it. Don't be involved in that. Just don't deal with it. Mount your phone like I do. Uber actually has a deal. If you go on and you become a driver for Uber, you can get a dash mount for your phone, and it's only $5 through their app. It's a good deal. It's a good safety thing to have. I personally bought this one myself, but you could get one through Uber. There's all sorts of different designs that you can go to. and do that. So that's another thing for you to do. Just keep your hands away from the phone. It's better too to have it mounted. I feel like you get a better view when you're Ubering to see the map, especially if you're talking to a customer, because if you're talking to a customer, you might hear or miss the map telling you where to go, and it's just better to be able to see it right in front of you and see where to go. For me, that works out a little bit better. So I see the street name and I see, which direction to turn. So it's just easier for me. So keep a dash mount. And the last thing for Uber that is going to be the most crucial thing of it all is just, try to find something as a common ground from you and the customer. It's going to work out better for you in the long run, just being able to make that connection. I've been doing sales for a very long time, like I said, and for me, making that connection, it makes it feel better, because the customer actually starts to connect with you on whatever it may be. If you used to play football and they play football, or they used to play football, it's some sort of common ground that you guys can meet, and you're more likely to get more tips from it. As weird as that is, people like tipping people that are interested in the same sort of thing. So there it is, kind of short and sweet. I tried not to take up your guys' time, so I apologize. I know I say a lot. I'm working on that. But just something for you guys to think about, food for thought. If you're thinking about doing Ubering, honestly, keep those 5 things in mind, 6 things in mind. The 6 being no profiling. Don't, once your customer gets in the customer, just don't start saying, oh, well, I feel like this person is, whatever, they're Christian or whatever. Just don't do that. It's really, you should just be enjoying driving. Me personally, I don't mind driving. It's pretty easy to do, obviously, and just the more or less the zen of it, just being able to kind of zone out and focus on the map and focus on the road. And me, I like to talk to the customers in the back. It's just easier for me. I like it. And you get to find out more information about people. Like I said, everybody's going to have their own thing, but I think that those are kind of the 5 core things, 6 core things that Uber drivers need to keep in mind. So that's a clean vehicle. That's going to be no arguing with your customers, no racially or any sort of discrimination for that matter. No profiling. You're gonna have to keep a mount in your phone or in your car. Obviously, it just makes more sense. And then, find a common ground. Those are kind of things that I think are important for people, and hopefully they work for you. Hopefully you make big bucks out there doing Uber. And, if you do Lyft, I think the 5 things still 6 things still apply. Having that information can transfer very well over to Lyft. And let's, go out there, get at it, and get driving. Keep those 5 core things in mind, 6 core things. Keep saying 5, it's 6. Just for you guys, a bonus little core detail. But yeah, keep that stuff in mind, and then I think that you'll do great Ubering. You make some good money, and you'll be able to keep doing what you're doing. So drive on, have a great day. This is Tyler, Uber Guy.